guys, this is Stephanie and I'm Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Today I'm coming to you guys with the Get Graphic With It tag, which goes along with the Get Graphic With It readathon. And I'm super excited we have that this year. This is our third year of doing this readathon, the whole point of which is for everybody to get together for a week and just read graphic novels. So graphic novels, manga, comics, anything with pictures, words and pictures is a-okay in our book. And it is just to get people, like I said, reading together. This is a readathon that's sponsored by Kat with Brews and Reviews, April over at April Sarah, and myself. And this year we decided to do a tag to make it more fun, drum up some more interest, all that fun kind of stuff. So if you guys decide to do this tag to go along with the readathon, by all means, let me know down in the comments that you did this. And also let me know if you're going to be participating this year. We do have a giveaway, which is fantastic. I will link the prompts, the giveaway, and all that kind of stuff down below. And be sure to check out Kat and April's channels as well. Now, on to the tag. Question number 1, how many years have you done the Get Graphic With It readathon? Well, 3, because this is our third year. So this will be my third year. Number 2, what is the first graphic novel you ever read? Now I had a hard time answering this one because I was like, did I read? I mean, I think I read some Garfield comics when I was a kid, but the first one that I read, I would say that I remember reading being like, this is a graphic novel, would be Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. This is a graphic novel that is following a girl named Nimona who wants to be like a villain's sidekick. So you have your hero and your villain, and she doesn't want to be on the hero side. She wants to be on the villain side. And she actually has some pretty cool powers too, which adds a whole extra dimension of fun to this graphic novel. I like the pictures as well, just the artwork as well. Now this one was like an online comic that got turned into a book. And it is really good, actually. It's still probably one of my favorite ones. It was a great place to start. Question 3, your favorite art style. Now, I don't know names of art styles like I'm guessing April probably does. She's very educated in that way. That is right up her alley. But I can tell you what I do like. And it is a graphic novel that I've had for a few years. And I still haven't finished it, though I've gotten into it a little bit. I was supposed to read it last month for my graphic novel book club, and then I didn't. My favorite thing is Monsters. This is by Emile Ferris. I love this art. It is so beautiful. I don't know what this art style is called exactly. It's absolutely beautiful. I will look for a page. Here we go. Like, it's just, okay, so this is like, looks like a pen drawing. As you see, it's on like a lined paper is kind of what it looks like, but it's so detailed. It's so beautiful. I want to find a page that isn't going to spoil anything as well. Here, this one's okay too. This one, as you see, the lined paper, you can see the art, and it looks like somebody was drawing this in their notebook at school, and it's so detailed and it's just amazing. So it's a pretty heavy read. I got maybe a third of the way through it. Did enjoy it, didn't finish it, will someday. But it's beautiful. Whatever this art style is. I would call it like board and math class or something, but it's beautiful. Next, what is the most recent graphic novel that you have read? The most recent one was the Tea Dragon Society, which I don't own, so I'll put a picture of it here. That one is one I got from the library, and I read it for my graphic novel book club. I think I said the word cute about 20 times when we talked about this in our book club. I was like, it's just so cute. It's just so cute. And then the guys in the club were like, Steph, is it cute? Ha ha ha. It is too cute for words. It's adorable. And this one I feel like kind of rides that line between like kids book and graphic novel just a little bit. It kind of is set up more like a kids book, but I feel like it has a couple serious points. I don't know if kids books have those anymore. I haven't been a kid in a while, so I don't really know. Next, most anticipated graphic novel for one you haven't read yet. And for that one, I'm going to say the next because I'm not sure exactly where we left off. In the Paper Girls series, and this is by Brian Vaughn, who did Saga as well. I didn't like Saga that much. I think I read the first 1 or 2. And this is the first collection of it, and then this that you can barely see because it's so shiny is the second collection of Paper Girls. This is about paper girls from the 80s, and that's paper girls are what we called girls who delivered newspapers door to door, which isn't a thing anymore. At least where I live, it's not. And I'm like, really? That's crazy. Outside of the fact that, you know, newspapers aren't much of a thing anymore, especially with the internet, blah, 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 blah. No, I used to have a paper out when I was a kid, and I would put the bag on my shoulders and half in the front and half in the back, or I'd put it on my bike, and I didn't really throw the papers. I would usually like set them where they're supposed to be and so on. So it's a little nostalgic because we have Paper Girls from the 80s, and then we have like a sci-fi time travel twist to everything. And I super enjoyed the series. I am all caught up at where we're at. I think we're on like 8 or 9. I have the 2 bind-ups, and I'm looking forward to when more bind-ups come out. I don't know when that's going to be though, but I'm looking forward to it. Number 6, what would be the best graphic novel to start with? Honestly, I'm going to have to go with Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. I loved it. It was the perfect one to start with. And actually, I would have to say, I'm saying this is the first one I read because I feel like it's the first one I consciously read, understood its graphic novel, and was like, I want to read more graphic novels. So this is clearly a great one to start with. Next is a graphic novel that pushed you out of your comfort zone. Now this is one, I think Kat over at Brews and Reviews recommended this to me. And I saw it at a used book place, maybe like a half price books for $2. So I bought it because I was like, oh, she's recommended this. And this is The Wicked and the Divine, the Faust Act by Gillian, McKeevill, Wilson, and Cowles. The thing with this one is it is very, very dark, and I am a Christian, identify myself as a Christian. This goes against a lot of what I personally believe. And though I read things that may not necessarily like go along with my personal faith, I don't usually read things that are completely obstinate to my personal faith. And this one was pretty obstinate to my personal faith. I was like, there was a lot in here. I was like, this made me uncomfortable. I don't know if I like this. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't like this, but I own it. So I guess, I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to keep reading this, even though it did make me uncomfortable, because the art was intriguing. Very, very beautiful. The storyline, though it made me uncomfortable, was interesting. The only issue was I kind of feel like it would go through a whole book, like a whole section, and nothing would happen until like the last 2 pages, and then the plot would further, and then nothing would happen, and in the last 2 pages the plot would further. And I just wanted more plot, I think, but I don't know if it's something I'll continue, but it definitely pushed me outside my comfort zone. Number 8 is a graphic novel that you want more of. Now this is going to be a little bit different, I think, from the one we're anticipating, the ones that haven't come out yet, the ones I haven't read, but I want more of The Girl from the Other Side. The newest one is out, and I went ahead and got it so I can read it for the readathon next week, which I'm very excited about. But Girl from the Other Side, it's kind of beautiful, but it's also kind of disturbing at the same time. You have people who are in the city and people who aren't. You have kind of a pandemic, honestly, going on as well, which is weird because I think I started this last year. So it's a little close to our current predicament. However, we have our teacher who is protecting our girl who is from the other side. And the story is beautiful and the art is beautiful and the whole thing, I just want more. Like, I want more. I don't want this series to end. This is one of those ones I want it to be like a 30 book long saga. I just want all of them now. Yeah. And number 9, a graphic novel that you are looking forward to reading for the Get Graphic With It readathon starting on Sunday. For that one, I have Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, a graphic novel, which is a Little Women current day graphic novel. I saw this at the library like months ago, and I got it, and I started it. I read like the first section, maybe first chapter, and then I was like, no. I'm putting this down. I'm taking this back because this is going to get read during the Get Graphic With It readathon. I love Little Women. Like, I have read it. I cannot tell you how many times. I read it in middle school, read it in high school. I probably read it at least twice as an adult. And I even listened to it one time too. So that's at least 5 times. And it's just beautiful. And it's a wonderful story about a family and about girls growing up together and sisters. And it's hard to make something like that sound interesting, but it truly is. It's one of my favorite classics. I probably like it even more than Pride and Prejudice. I love the story. And now I get to see it as well as love it. I am so excited. Our last question number 10 is, what would be a good challenge for the Get Graphic With It readathon 2021? This is a question for you guys to answer in the comments to me. Let me know what would be a good prompt. Basically, we are looking for prompts for next year as well. We want to know what you guys want. If you want a book with a certain color on it or a certain type of book or read a book at a certain place, the more creative, the better. We want to know what you guys want to think, a prompt that you think would be fun. And then don't be surprised if you see it show up in Get Graphic with It Readathon 2021. That is all I have for you guys today. I should have a TBR video up later this week, so you guys can check that out. I will talk about the books that I'm going to be reading for the readathon, hopefully a little bit more. And I'm looking at it, and I have my stack of 10 for my graphic novels I'm going to read. And then next to it, I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I kind of want to read because I am so indecisive. So I will go over all of those. I'll have a TBR up, but please answer the questions down below if there's a prompt that you would love to see in next year's readathon. And if you're an experienced manga graphic novel lover, please tell me what a great starting point would be to those who are not big on reading these quite yet. How do we get people hooked? Comment that down below, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Have a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Goodbye.